Morning, Pastor Mike here in the study, and I'm actually coming to you from my workshop down in the basement of my house. It's kind of early in the morning right now, and so everybody's still asleep, so I thought I'd still down here and make a video. I'm looking in Psalm 16 this morning, and I love the wording of this. In Psalm 16, the opening lines, he says, "Preserve me, O God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, you are my Lord. I have no good apart from you." And that phrasing, I love that. The wording of that is that I have no good apart from you. You know, as we consider the moments of our life and what we consider good and what we consider value and what we consider to give us security or give us stability, so often we put our hope in the things that we cannot trust in and they cannot give us security. And the psalmist, in the midst of his struggles, and this is David writing here, the psalmist in the midst of his heartaches, he understood that with the kingdom and with position and power and wealth and people and all the influence that he understood that he had no good apart from God. And that's where he set his hope. He said, I take refuge in you. God, you are my refuge. He ran to the Lord. You know, I find that when days come that we find discouragement, when we find fear, when we find trembling of our soul, when we get almost to despair in our hearts and saying, why? What's the point? Are we going to make it through this? And whatever the heartache, whatever the trial is, maybe it's even that sin that continues to easily beset you. And you continue to fall to that sin time and time again, and you're wrestling with, how do I get through this? Let me remind you that there is no refuge. There is no safety outside the Lord. And David said, I have no good apart from you. I love that phrase. And he is our good. He is our hope. James echoes this when he says, every good gift and every perfect gift cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. And that God is the one that brings us good. Yea, God is our good. And we have our hope in him. David goes on in verse number 8. He said, I have set the Lord always before me, because he's at my right hand. And I love this phrase, I shall not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad and my whole being rejoices. My flesh also dwells secure. Why? Because God is my good. And David said, this is where I find my security. Not in the armies that God has given me, not in the kingdom, not in the throne, not in the people that are around me, but in God. I hope this will be an encouragement to you, and we'll see you next time in the study. God bless.